the topics such as the meaning of the financial statement, wherein I have told you that financial statement or final account of an entity basically comprises of three statements that include the trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet. Now, after that, we have learned about the trading account, wherein I've explained that trading account is the first stage in the process of preparing the financial account, and it basically indicate the gross profit generated or the losses incurred during the period of 1 year on account of selling of goods or services. After that, we have understood the format of the trading account. Then, okay. After this, we have done few questions based on the trading account. I hope all those questions are already clear to you. So today we will understand the concept of cost of goods sold. So we will start our discussion from this point onwards, cost of goods sold. So let me explain you what is actually cost of goods sold. Just a moment. Cost of goods sold. Now, what is actually cost of goods sold? So the just a minute. Okay. So cost of goods sold basically means, let's say, if the value of sales goods sold by, just a minute. Let's say goods sold by an entity to the customer is of rupees 5 lakh. All right, this is the net sales of all the goods that has been sold to the customers. So in order to determine whether the entity have generated profit or loss, in order to determine the profit or loss on account of sale of goods, we must know the value, the cost of goods that has been sold to the customer. So the price at which it is sold to the customer, it is the market price. So let's say market price of the goods that is sold to the customer is 5 lakh. Now, in order to determine the profit of the company, what we also need, we need to find out the cost of the goods sold. So cost of the goods sold basically means the cost price of all the goods that has been sold to the customer. So let's say if the goods market value of the goods sold was rupees 5 lakh and the cost price of the goods that has been sold to the customer is 3,50,000. That means this firm has generated a profit. This firm has generated a profit of how much? 1,50,000. So profit, or you can also say it is a gross profit. So gross profit is the difference between the cost of goods sold and the net sales. The value of the net sales and the cost of goods sold. Difference between the cost of goods sold and the net sales is the gross profit. All right. So cost of goods sold indicate the cost price of all the goods that has been sold in the market. Now, how do we actually find out the cost of goods sold in any question? So first of all, in order to find out the value of the cost of goods sold, the following formula is applied. Cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock of a firm, opening stock, plus value of net purchases. Net purchases basically means value of purchases after adjusting the purchase return. Then we will also add all the direct expenses. All the direct expenses. And then we will reduce the value of the closing stock. Value of the closing stock. So this is how we calculate the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is also known as COGS. Cost of goods sold is also written as COGS. So COGS is always equals to opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. This is how you will be able to find out the cost of the goods sold in the market. Now in what is the formula for calculating the gross profit, sir? So gross profit can be calculated by applying this formula. Gross profit, as I told you, in order to calculate the profit, what do? We actually reduce the cost of goods sold from the net sales. So let's say if the value of the net sales basically means value of the sales after adjusting the sales return. So net sales minus the cost of goods sold is considered as the gross profit of the entity. So this is how we calculate the gross profit and the cost of goods sold. Alexander, is both the formula clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, yes, let's come back to the PowerPoint. So this is the formula for cost of goods sold: opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses and minus closing stock. And sometime adjusted purchases are also given in the question. Sometime adjusted purchases are also given in the question. So you will have to understand what is the meaning of the adjusted purchase. So adjusted purchase basically means this: opening stock plus net purchases reduced by closing stock is considered as the adjusted purchase. Listen to me carefully. Adjusted purchase basically means opening stock plus net purchases reducing the value of the closing stock. All right. So now, if in any question you are provided with the adjusted purchases, then you are not required to write down the value of the opening stock. Neither you will be required to write down the value of the net purchases, nor you are required to write down the value of the closing stock. If adjusted purchase is given in the question, that means only adjusted purchases will be written in the trading account on the debit side. We are now not required to write down the value of the opening stock. Neither we will be required to write down the value of the net purchases nor closing stock. If adjusted purchases are given in the question, that means all the values have been already adjusted by the name of adjusted purchase, and only adjusted purchase will be now written in the trading account. No need to mention the opening, closing, and net purchase. Got it? Is this clear also?
Uh, does that mean so when they show adjusted purchases, we don't have to add them and subtract?
Yeah. If adjusted purchases are already given in the question, that means all the values are already adjusted. We are not required to adjust anything.
Okay,
We
okay,
are not required
understood.
to write down the opening, closing, nor we are required to add the purchases. All
Okay.
right, Alexander, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, we have discussed three formulas. The first formula was about cost of goods sold, then the gross profit, and then finally the adjusted purchase. So as I told you, value of the adjusted purchase is calculated by adjusted purchase equals to opening stock plus the net purchase, that means value of purchase after adjusting the purchase return, and reducing the closing stock. Okay, now let's move to the questions. So is this question visible to you?
Yes, sir.
So it is written here that from the following information, prepare the trading account for the year ended 31st March 2017. We have value of the adjusted purchase in the question. Then value of the sales are already given. Return inward is also given. Freight and packaging rupees 15,000, packing expenses on sales 20,000. Then we have the information regarding the depreciation, and then there is factory expenses, and finally the closing stock. So Alexander, will you be able to prepare the trading account of this question, please?
Yes, sir.
Please try this.
I'll try. Sir, gross profit
Mhm.
20,35,000.
This is the gross profit.
Oh.
5,25,000. So I think you have also added the packing expenses. You have also recorded the packing expenses on the debit side of the trading account.
No, sir.
No. Okay, just tell you your answer. So value of sales, you have taken 20 lakh, 21 lakh after adjusting the return inwards.
No, I didn't adjust the return.
Return inward is basically the sales return.
Okay.
You will have to adjust that. You already
Okay.
know about this, no?
No, I thought you wouldn't include it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, whenever there are the information regarding this return inward, it will be treated as the return inward. And if there is return inward and also sales given in the question, you will have to reduce the value of the return inward, then record the value of the sales on the credit side of the trading account. Is that clear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, now calculate the gross profit. I think you will get it correctly this time.
Sir, closing stock is not included on the credit side.
Yeah, because adjusted purchases are given in the question. No?
Oh, okay.
As I told you, if there is the information regarding the adjusted purchase in the question, then in that case, we won't be recording the value of the opening stock, neither purchase required nor the closing stock will be required, because if adjusted purchases are given, that means every value has already been adjusted by the name of adjusted purchases.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Okay, so shall we move to the next slide? You're still doing it?
Okay. Yeah, we can continue.
Okay. Moving on to the next question. In this question also, you need to find out the value of the, basically the gross profit in this case also. So this one is easy. Please take the screenshot of this question and do it in your homework. You need to do it now. Take the screenshot. Tell me when
Okay.
you. Okay. So in this question, you need to find out the gross profit. Okay. Moving on to this question. Now in this question, Alexander, we need to find out the value of the cost of goods sold. So in order to calculate the cost of goods sold, as I told you, the formula for cost of goods sold will be opening stock plus purchases plus all direct expenses, then the
Minus.
closing stock. So please calculate the cost of goods sold in this question.
Okay. So 1 lakh.
1 lakh is the cost of goods sold.
Yes.
Let me check. No, it is 85,000. So I think you have also reduced the office rent as the direct expenses. Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So this is basically indirect expense. This is not the direct expense. So office rent paid will not be considered as the cost of. It will not be treated as the direct expense.
Yeah.
So basically, we will have to add the opening stock with the net purchases 40 lakh plus 50,000. Then also add 10,000 for the wages and salary. And from this, we will be reducing the value of the closing stock 15,000. Okay. So now you will get the 85,000 as answer. Done, Alexander?
Yes, sir.
Moving on to next question. In this question, we need to find out the value of the cost of goods sold and gross profit also. Please do it. Tell me if you are finding anything difficult. Any doubts, Alexander?
No, sir.
Please solve this question also. I don't have to do the questions today. Most of the question will be, you will be solving most of the question today.
Okay. Sir, sales is net sales, or should we subtract the returns from? Sir, I can't hear you.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
So sales are gross sales, Alexander. We will have to find out the net sales by adjusting the value of the sales return.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Alexander, we will take a 2-minute break. Then we will continue. Done, Alexander?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me the answer.
Yeah.
Please tell me the value of the cost of goods sold.
2,82,000 and gross profit 1,10,000.
I think you are correct this time. So cost of goods sold is 2,82,000 and gross profit is 110. Okay. So next question. From the following information, you need to calculate the gross profit and also cost of goods sold.
Sir, how do I find the cost of goods sold?
Okay, just a minute. So in order to find out the value of cost of goods sold, what we will be doing, first of all, apply the formula of the gross profit. Just a minute. What is the formula for gross profit? So
Net
gross
sales.
profit is
Net sales minus cost of goods sold.
net sales minus cost of goods sold. Correct. So net sales minus cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. Now, in this question, cost of goods sold is already given. So cost of goods sold is given as 33 by 1 by 3 percentage of the value of the net sales, right? This is given in the question. That means cost of goods sold is 33.33% of the value of the net sales. You can see this. Gross profit is 33.33% on sales.
Yes.
Okay. So now it gets very simple to find out the value of the just not cost of goods sold, gross profit. I'm sorry. So gross profit is already given in the question. Gross profit is equal to 33.33% on net sales. That means 33% of 12,000. Net sales is also given in the question, that is 12,000. Now, when you will calculate 33.33% of the total sales value, that will be, I think it will be around 4,000. Let me calculate. 12,000 multiplied by 33.33%. Yeah, it will be around 4,000. So gross profit is 4,000. Is this clear, Alexander? Is the
Yes, sir.
gross profit is clear to you?
Yeah.
So now here you can write down the value of the gross profit, 4,000, right? Value of the sales are already given to you, 12,000. And
Yeah.
now you will be able to find out the value of the cost of goods sold. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
So cost of goods sold in this question will be cost of goods sold will be it will be 8,000, right?
Yeah.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
You're writing this?
Yeah.
Please write it down. Let me know when you are done. Done, Alexander?
One second.
Okay.
Done, sir. But how did you get the percentage like that?
Okay. Yeah, just a minute. So, Alexander, whenever it is written like this, 33, 1 by 3,
Yeah.
it is basically considered as 33.33%. And see, we can solve it like this. We will multiply basically 3, just a minute. Yes. 33 and 1 upon 3 will be divided. If 1 is divided by 3, it will be 0.33, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so ultimately 33 plus we will have 0.33. So it will be 33.33%.
Okay. Understood, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now moving on to the next question. Okay. In this question also, you need to find out the value of the gross profit. And here, 3/4 of the goods are sold for rupees 6 lakh. It is provided. You need to find out the value of the gross profit. Just try it once. If you're not able to solve it, I'll be solving it. Just
Okay.
give it a try. Alexander, you are solving this.
Yes, sir, I'm trying.
Okay. So Alexander, let me help you. In this question, we need to actually find out the value of the gross profit, right? But gross profit cannot be calculated unless and until you calculate the value of the cost of goods sold. So let's first of all write down the value of the gross profit. So gross profit, the formula for the gross profit is, sorry, just a minute. Yeah. So formula for the gross profit is equal to net sales minus COGS. Okay. Now, first of all, in order to find out the value of the gross profit, you will have to find out the value of the cost of goods sold. So first of all, let's find out the value of the cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold, in order to find out the value of the cost of goods sold, we will take first of all the opening stock. But by chance in this question, opening stock is not given, right? You can see here that there is no information regarding the opening stock. Are you able to see this? There is no
Yes, sir.
regarding the opening stock in the question. So opening stock will be considered zero. Just a minute. It will be zero. Now we will have to add the value of the purchases. So value of purchases are given in the question 6,80,000. Then we have return outward. That means purchase return is 30,000. So purchases will be written after adjusting the value of the return. So it will be 6,50,000. Alexander, am I audible to you clearly? Because there is a lot of noise here because of the namaz going on here.
Yeah, I can hear, but it's a bit difficult. Yeah.
I'm sorry for that. You'll have to manage it for.
Okay.
So opening stock, we do not have the information regarding the opening stock. So I have taken it as zero. Then we have the information regarding the purchases. So I have write down the value of the purchases after adjusting the value of the purchase return. Then I will write down the value of the direct expenses. So direct expenses in this question is carriage inward and wages only. Carriage outward is not considered as the direct expense. So we will take 20,000 plus 50,000 as the direct expenses. So it will be 70,000. Direct expenses will be 70,000 minus closing stock. So I think we do not have the information regarding the closing stock as well. So we will take it as zero. Now the cost of goods sold will be 7 lakh and 30,000. This will be the cost of goods sold. Is that clear, Alexander?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now try to understand one thing, that this is the cost of goods sold of 100% goods. Whatever the goods that we have sold in market, sorry, whatever the goods that we have actually produced, this is the value of all the goods produced. This is the cost of all the goods produced, correct? But it is given in the question that only 3/4 of the goods produced is sold in the market. Are you able to understand this? It is already given in the question that only 3/4 of the goods are sold for rupees 6 lakh. Are you getting this?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Now, see, if only 3/4 goods are sold in the market, that means in order to find out the gross profit, if we are considering that only 3/4 of the goods have been sold in the market, then in order to find out the gross profit, we will have to consider only 3/4 of the total cost. Because if only 3/4 of the goods have been sold, we will have to consider the 3/4 of the cost of the goods sold. So that means if the cost is net sales is, if the net sales is 3 lakh, this is the value of 3/4 of the goods sold in the market, then we will have to take the 3/4 of the cost also. So 7,30,000 into 3 by 4. Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now 6 lakhs minus 7,30,000. Just a minute. Let me calculate this. Yes. So 7,30,000 multiply by 30 divide by 4. You will get 5,47,500. 5,47,500. So the final gross profit will be, reducing 6 lakhs, it will be 52,500. 52,500. Is this clear, Alexander?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Should I write this down?
Just a minute. So, Alexander, we are basically finding the value of the gross profit, but because only 3/4 of the goods have been sold in the market, 3/4 of the goods sold in the market, that means only 75% of the goods has been sold in the market. So if we are taking the sales value of the 75% of the goods, then we will also have to take the 75% of the cost only. Only then we will be able to find out the gross profit of the 75% of the goods sold in the market. So for that purpose, we have basically done 3/4 of the 7,30,000. Is this clear, Alexander?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please write it down.
Okay.
Let me know if you are having any problem with this submission, any doubt or any question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you show me the question? Also, I want to screenshot. Okay.
Let's move to the next question. All right. So in this question, we need to find out the cost of goods sold. So I think this question is easy. Please take the screenshot of this question.
Okay.
Your homework. You need to find out the value of the closing stock and the cost of goods sold in this question. All right, Alexander.
Yes, sir.
Then next question. In this question, we need to find out the value of the closing stock. This time, instead of gross profit, we have gross loss in the question. So just like in order to find out the value of the cost of goods sold, what do we actually do? We usually reduce the gross profit from the net sale. Just a minute, let me show this. Just a okay. So as I told you that gross profit is equal to what is the formula? Net sales minus
Closing stock.
COGS. So we can say that in order to find out the value of cost of goods sold, what we can actually do, net sales reduced by gross profit will give us the value of the cost of goods sold also. Is it clear? Both the formulas are same, no? Either you write it this way or this way, both are same. So in order to find out the gross profit, we reduce COGS from net sales. And in order to find out the COGS, we reduce the gross profit from net sales. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But let's say if there is instead of gross profit, we have gross loss in the question, that in that case, the formula for cost of goods sold will be COGS equals to net sales. If instead of gross profit, there will be gross loss, then we will have to add the value of the gross loss. This is it. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So in this question, you need to find out the value of the closing stock, but instead of gross profit, we have gross loss given in the question. Okay, so what do we do in this question? How do we calculate it? You will first of all apply the formula for the cost of goods sold. See, you will apply this formula to find out the closing stock. We will first of all apply this formula. COGS equals to opening plus the net purchases plus the direct expenses, all the direct expenses minus the closing stock. Okay, we will apply this formula, and now we will expand the cost of goods sold again. Cost of goods sold will be net sales plus gross loss, and on the right side of the equation, we will have the opening stock plus the net purchases, then the direct expenses will be added, and the value of the closing stock. Okay, you can write it this way now. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we have all the values given in the question. We have the information about the net sales, we have the value of the gross loss, we have opening stock, purchases, direct expenses. The only missing value will be closing stock, and when you will solve this equation, you will get the balancing figure for the closing stock. Will you be able to solve this question?
Yes, sir.
Please take the screenshot of this as well. This will be your homework also.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, let's do this question now, and I'll be giving you a few more homeworks. This is going to be our last question in today's session. Ascertain the value of the closing stock from the following. We have opening stock, then purchases, sales during the year, and the rate of gross profit on sales. Please calculate. To find out the value of the closing stock, which formula will be applied? We will apply the COGS formula. And the formula for COGS, that formula will be applied wherein opening stock plus purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock is there. Is that clear, Alexander?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So apply the formula for the COGS and find out the value of the closing stock. Let me also solve this. Okay, so we will apply this formula. COGS equals to opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. And in this question, we have the information regarding the opening stock. So opening stock will be written here 1,20,000 plus the net purchases are also there 9,30,000. As the value of sales return are not given in this question, so we will consider it as the net purchases only 9,30,000. Then we need to write down the direct expenses. Since direct expenses are not given in the question, so we can consider it as 0, and balance value will be the closing stock. This will be the closing stock. Okay, now we can also expand this. COGS can be written as, how can we write it, Alexander? How can we write down COGS? How can we expand COGS? We can write it as net sales. Yes, try. Net sales plus
Gross profit or loss
minus.
plus.
Minus, no. To find out COGS, we reduce net, value of profit from the net sales. So gross profit. Is that clear? Any doubts?
No doubts.
So net sales are already given in the question. Net sales is sales 15,60,000. So we will write down 15,60,000. And I think gross profit is also given in the question, Alexander. Gross
Yes.
profit is also, yes. How much it is? It is 40% of the sales. So
Yes.
value of sales is 15,60,000 and gross profit is 40% on sales. That means 15 out of 15,60,000, 40% is the gross profit. That means 6,24,000 is the gross profit. Reduce 6,24,000. And on the other side of the equation, we will write down 1,20,000 for the opening stock. Then net purchase is 9,30,000. And balancing figure will be the closing stock. Any doubts till this point, Alexander?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we will reduce 6,24,000 from 15,60,000. On the left side of the equation, we will get 9,36,000. 9,36,000. And on the right side of the equation, we will have 10,50,000. And balance will be the closing stock. Any doubt in this equation?